All right, guys. Paul Singh, the market speculator, with the trade report for Wednesday, September 7th, 2016. Lots to get to today. Let's get into our trades first. We had a lot of activity yesterday. ACIA, this is when some of you guys did not get the alert to this, but I got out at 127. That was half my position. Pulled back to 123, and now we'll see if it can make that next run. Our entry again was 111.92, so big win for us here. Still have half a position. Consider this like a lotto position. Moved my stop up here, at least to my entry, probably higher. So we'll see where we eventually place it. Maybe up here around 113, 114. But what we're doing here now is seeing if we can get that next big push. We talked about a target range between 125 and 140. Those of you who are still in it, I would use any kind of pop today to take some off. You don't have to get right to 127. If you get to 125, somewhere in there, go ahead and take profits today. JNUG, now we got out at 23 here. Entry was way down here. I don't remember exactly where it was, but big win for us here. I think it was around 17 or 18. I got out at 23. Obviously here it ramped up all the way to 25.64 here, and we'll see where it plays out. Now I'm going to be watching GDX, the underlying, to see how it pulls back or reacts to this 50-day moving average. So we could get another entry in JNUG pretty soon. And then finally Netflix hit our target. We were looking at the 200-day moving average right at 100. That's about where we took the profits. Another nice win here. Now I'll watch to see if it consolidates and breaks the 200-day. We could get right back into this. All of these setups still look good. It was just a good time to take some 2-to-1 and 3-to-1 type profits. And then our entries here. Let's look at the underlying EWZ, so Brazil. Now I've been watching the top of the range and we got right to it. It's so strong here that I decided to get in before the actual breakout. I didn't want a big breakout and to have to miss it. Stops, we'll look at BRZU for our stops here. Same thing here with BRZU. Stop is going to be about 3 points. So basically under yesterday's range and under the 9 moving average will be our stop. And then target will be up here around 45 if we can get that breakout. And then Twillo. Now this one, we're caught a little bit in the middle of this range, but still towards the bottom. We got the confirmation at the 9. And I'm going to place my stop below that level. So say somewhere in the 52, 53 range. That's about 7 to 8 points of risk. And we've got a target of around 70. So that's getting about 10 to 12 points in here for our target. So we still have a decent reward to risk here with Twillo. I like these hot IPOs. They seem to be moving more than we'd expect them to. And that's what we're going on with Twillo. Now, our focus list actually did pretty good yesterday. Steel, industrial metals, banks, and software and internet-related stuff did really good, even though the market itself was only up about 0.3%. So it was kind of a mixed bag between what worked and what didn't. But it was in the market. We're looking for that high breakout again. We're getting right there. Our slightly bullish stand going into the week, moving from neutral, is looking like it's working so far, and IWM continues to be strong, which is what we want to see. And then we're looking for a spot to get into energy. Energies also look very strong, but we need a little bit of a pullback at this point for our entries. Now from the steel and bank sectors, we've got BBD, which is a Latin bank. We're already in Brazil, but this is a bank, and also BSBR, also a Brazilian bank, which looked very good. And then steel stocks, I like AKS. You can see the heavy volume on the move over the 9, and MT, again, strong volume over the 9. So you could even enter that today. It looks like it's pulling back a little bit, so it'll give you a good entry. And then from software, we like Facebook here. Breaking out to all-time highs, looking really strong, but I need a little bit of a pullback for entry. And then NTES, another one, heavy volume and a high breakout here. And I'd look for value here to get in on a pullback. So that's it for the trade report. Things are looking good here, especially in the sectors we're watching. The focus list remains the same. The analysis remains the same as yesterday.